Well, happy Father's Day to the dads out there. Now, I know this is not Father's Day when you're watching this. I'm sorry, but it's Father's Day when I'm recording it, and since this is my channel, we're going to go on my time. I record these videos a little bit ahead of time, so that way I have got a little bit of buffer in case I, get sick or just get busy or something and can't record any videos. I'm actually, this is my homeland, the fatherland, if you will. I was raised by wolves, and this is where I grew up. Oh boy. Actually, more raised by cats. Now, the house I grew up in is actually just up there through the trees, and I'm making my way down to the road via a less used path. Trees keep falling down across the path like that, and I continue to be lazy and not move them because that involves a lot of work. And when I come back to my hometown to visit, gosh, I just get really lazy and I don't want to do work. I just want to, play around, especially with my kid. But at the moment, I'm taking just a little bit of me time, well, me and you time, to wander around and chat about stuff. I wish I could do the whole thing, just kind of going through the forest like this, but I am going to make it to the road eventually here. How do you feel about Father's Day? I know this is old news, but I'm thinking about it now and just how, my dad, he kind of low-key hated Father's Day. It just seemed like such a forced thing that was, contrived, and it made something as amazing as fatherhood, seem trivial, I guess. And he didn't like it. So maybe it's because of his influence on me, or because it really is kind of a dumb but thing, that I'm not crazy about it either. Shush, dogs. Jeez. Well, the good news is that being a dad is just fucking amazing every day. I mean, it can be torture, but it's also amazing every day. And I get to do it every day. Isn't that cool? I get to be a dad every day. And, oh man, it makes me wonder what I was doing before I became a dad. Whatever it was not nearly as rewarding or as important as what I get to do now. It honestly makes me wish that I had gotten started sooner. I didn't really realize what was going on, I just wasn't self-aware enough to see how I was spending my 20s and 30s, and just I didn't really get what those years are really good for. And I mean, I got good stuff out of them, but I don't know that it just wasn't as important as I kind of needed it to be, because now that I'm a parent, a whole lot of doors closed, and I'm faced with just fewer options. And so taking advantage of that time while I had it was really, I wish I'd done a better job of that. And then that's, one thing about that I'm learning about being a dad is that it is a lot of introspection. It's a lot of time spent thinking about who you are and who you want to be and who your dad was and how that makes you either want to be or not want to be. I'm thinking of stuff, but I'm also like self-censoring as I think of it. I'm like, no, I can't talk about that, and I can't talk about that, and I probably shouldn't talk about that. It's weird trying to speak in a both unfiltered way, but also in a public way. Well, the things I struggle with, the things that I think about in the context of being a dad, I'd be like, it's everything. I worry about literally everything. And it's everything from just the super basic, like just safety, like making sure your child isn't getting, seriously hurt or worse, to the things like I just can't get my head around how quickly his childhood is going by. It's so fucking fast. And for me, for him, it's super slow. And it's hard to keep that dynamic in mind. I don't know that I should keep it in mind, but like when I was a little kid, a couple of hours felt like forever. And now that I'm an adult, you go a couple of years and you're like, oh yeah, 2024? Jeez, all right, yeah, I believe you, but damn, still feels like 2019 or something. Or hell, I don't know. What does it feel like for me right now? Yeah, like mid-20 teens or something. It's like I'm a decade behind. But the reason why I kind of worry about that is that I've only got this very limited window of my kid's childhood to do certain things, to provide certain experiences for him. I could very easily not be very proactive in making things happen, and boom, a year of his life goes by, and I've missed it. Not necessarily that I've missed it, but I've missed the chance to make certain things happen for him because it just goes by so quickly, man. It's wild thinking back to my childhood, and it seems like this, I don't know, this epic eternity of things that happened over this long period of time, and now I'm seeing it from the adult's perspective, and it's like, oh boy, this is going fast, like it's going to be over with in no time, and it'll be done, and I will have I'm going to hold myself responsible for all of my kid or kids' experiences, and yet I'm hardly going to be in control. It's just going to be like we're all on a roller coaster here or something. This is just going to be a Father's Day ramble, and you're not even watching this on Father's Day. You didn't deserve this. Maybe you did. I don't know. I used to go to when I was a kid, my parents would take me to a music festival. And it was called the Old Time Fiddlers Campout. And it was a whole bunch of old timers from all over the country, and they would gather at this property in Southern Oregon. And they had, there's a big field, and they had a stage, and everyone would stay for, a week or something, and just play a ton of music. And it was all like country and bluegrass, and it's just a lot of old-timey, it's just good fun music. It was not a kids event. We were usually the only kids there. A whole bunch of grandparents basically playing music, and my parents were the young kids of the group, and then there were us, the actual kids. But it was a really fun thing as a kid to experience. And it was the kind of thing that now as a parent I look at and go, like I want to have my kid be exposed to things like that. Things, and in this case, what I liked about it was all these people coming together, making good music together, being outside. It was an outdoor stage with a big campfire in front of it, and everyone would make food and share food and play and listen to music, and it was just a good thing. And we did it like every year. And I don't have something like that right now. Anyway, I got to find it, and I'm realizing it's like my kid's already 2, and I don't have a clue what I'm gonna do kind of regularly like that, where it's something that the kid gets to count on and look forward to and all that. My kid's gonna be fine. I'm not like that worried about it, but I'm also worrying about it. Part of the issue is that the more in touch with the impermanence of life, which is something my dad would talk about, the more in touch with it I get, the more concerned I get that, oh my God, this is the only one. I got to do it. I got to do it all, and I got to do it right. And I just put a lot of pressure on myself. But I also don't want to lose touch with that side of my awareness. Like I don't want to not be aware of what a special experience life is. I like exploring it, and I like being aware and finding new ways to appreciate just how amazing reality is. I think this is a good point to turn around. I don't have that long to do my solo walk today. Isn't this place great? This is like where I grew up. Look at this. This is just the most beautiful place in the world to me. I love it. Not necessarily this spot specifically right here, but the area. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but also just enjoying the view. Check out this creek here. I'm going to flip the camera around. There's this beautiful little creek. All the ferns. Everywhere you go, the climate is so different, and so you get different foliage and everything, but also the geology is different, and the water sources are different, and so the creeks are different. To me, the creeks here are a very specific feel and look, and same with the rivers and everything. And so coming back here and seeing the foliage, seeing the ferns, and then the creeks, and just how what types of rocks are in the creek, and just all of that. It's all intimately home for me. And I want to do more videos about this place, and just about what makes it home for me. I've been thinking about that a lot, and wanting to do it. Okay, I think I'm just getting off topic now of my Father's Day ramble. But maybe that means I'm done with the ramble. Well, okay. I don't know. I didn't sleep very much last night, and it had nothing to do with my 2-year-old, and everything to do with the fact that we were camping out, and I just was freezing ass cold and couldn't sleep. So sometimes your brain does not work, and that's the way it is. Well, I hope you had a lovely Father's Day, or that if you are connected to a father in some way, that they had a lovely Father's Day. But also, bah humbug to Father's Days, because, you know, we don't need them. Look at this river. Look at this river. Look how amazing that river is. Oh my God. I know you can't see it very well, but in another video, we will get down in there, and you will see it is amazing. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Boy, you are just a glutton for punishment. All right. See you next time.